This is a story from Wales, and it is actually my favourite story because I have known this story since I was 6 years old. And I normally get stories from books. I'm a storybook hoarder, and I've got lots of them on my shelves. And this one is slightly different, and I'll tell you why at the end. I want to take you to a time when Wales, as was much of these islands here, was a dangerous place to travel in. That you would be travelling through thick forests where you could be attacked by outlaws, you could be attacked by animals, wild animals like wolves and bears. But we are going to go to the safety of the home of Prince Llewellyn of Gwynedd. Prince Llewellyn of Gwynedd is a very happy man, for he has a beautiful wife, he has a beautiful child, and he loves them both. But it may seem strange to us, but the apple of his eye, although he loves his wife and he loves his child very dearly, is his hound, his dog, Gelert. And Gelert is his faithful hunting hound who runs alongside him when he goes out across the fields, through the forests. Gelert is always there, running beside him. And one day a council of the princes of Wales is called. And so Prince Llewellyn and his wife must go to a council and leave their child behind. And Prince Llewellyn looks down at his dog Gelert and says, "Gelert, my faithful hound, my wife and I must leave you here guarding my son. This is a dangerous country of dangerous animals and outlaws. Protect my child, Gelert. I trust you." And then he and his wife left the house, closing the door securely behind them, and rode to the Council of Princes. When they came back, they rode along the ridge of a hill. And as they rode along the ridge of the hill, they looked down on their beautiful home and they noticed something was wrong. What was the last thing he did before he left? Close the door. When Prince Llewellyn looks down the hill at his house, he sees the door is not closed. The door is open. And so he spurs his horse onwards, his wife running behind him. The two of them ride down towards the house, but Llewellyn is there first. He jumps from his horse and runs into the house, and there, everything is turned upside down. The tapestries are torn from the walls. The furniture is toppled on its side. And the cradle. The cradle is turned over, and there is no child. Just blood. So much blood. And Prince Llewellyn calls on his faithful hound, "Gelert!" And from behind the turned-over table, the hound creeps towards its master, its tail between its legs, and blood dripping from its jaws. "I left my child in your care. I trusted you." And Prince Llewellyn takes his sword and plunges it into the heart of the faithless hound. Prince Llewellyn picks up the body of the hound and carries it from the house to throw it into a pit where it belongs. And as he's carrying it from the house, he hears his wife's cries. Now, clearly, she would have been crying from the moment she thought she had lost her child, but now her cries have changed their tone. And Llewellyn looks back and sees his wife smiling, crying with laughter as in her arms she holds their baby, alive and well. Llewellyn looks down at the dead body of his dog, Gelert, in his arms, and then he notices on the ground The blood. There's a trail of blood going through the door and down the path. Still carrying the corpse of the dog, Llewellyn walks following the trail of blood. It leads to a bush, and when he pulls back the branches, he sees a wolf, savaged, gored to death by his faithful hound Gelert as it saved his baby's life. Lots of us bury pets in the garden and put a little wooden marker to show where they've been buried. But for the hound Gelert, Prince Llewellyn gave the grave of a prince, a great stone slab with a headstone on which his story was told. And I said to you that I get my stories from books, except this one. For this story was told to me by my mother as the two of us sat next to that grave, which is still there in Gelert in Wales. And that's the story of Gelert. And that's how you and I have told it.